You ever notice who holds the power in a room? It's not the one talking the most. It's the one who can sit in silence and not flinch. See, most men rush to fill the gap. They panic when things go quiet. They think, if I don't say something, she'll lose interest. But the Stoic man? He knows better. He lets the silence breathe. He lets her wonder. Because he understands this truth. The first to speak loses frame. It's not about being cold. It's about being centered. And when you're centered, you don't chase comfort. You command it. When you hold the silence, you hold the tension. And tension is where desire lives. Most guys kill that tension too fast. They crack jokes, overshare, try to prove something. But the man who can sit in stillness, unshaken, unreadable, that's the man she can't stop thinking about. Let me tell you why. When you don't rush to fill the silence, you're telling her something without saying a word. I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm already enough. That quiet confidence, it disorients her. Because most men are so eager to prove their worth, they talk themselves out of it. You don't need to pitch yourself. You are the product. And the best products don't beg for buyers. She'll lean in. She'll ask the questions. She'll try to figure out what's going on inside your head. That's when the real game begins. Because mystery creates movement. And your silence becomes a canvas where her imagination paints stories. Is he uninterested? Is he just calm? Does he know something I don't? It drives her wild. Because she's used to men revealing everything too fast. But you're unreadable. And that makes you unforgettable. Most men confuse silence with awkwardness. But the Stoic man, he knows it's a weapon. In the middle of a conversation, he'll pause, hold eye contact, let the words echo in the air a little longer than usual. And in that space, she feels something rare, power without pressure, presence without noise. She starts adjusting her energy to yours. Her tone softens, her body leans in, her guard begins to slip. She wonders what you're thinking, why you're not rushing to fill the void, and what it means that you seem so unaffected. That's the moment you win, not by doing more, but by doing less with certainty. A man who can master the silence can master the entire room. And in her mind, you've already become the one she can't stop thinking about. Because silence, in the hands of a grounded man, is the loudest form of seduction. If you're enjoying this and want more content like it, hit subscribe and turn on the notifications. It really helps. She might test you, throw a sarcastic remark, laugh a little too loud, try to break that calm exterior. But the Stoic man doesn't flinch. He doesn't defend, doesn't overreact, doesn't try to win a verbal duel. Why? Because he's not in the game she's playing. He's playing at a higher level, where silence is a filter, a way to see who can match his energy and who simply isn't ready. And when she notices that her attempts to shake you don't work, that your emotions are not so easily accessible, that's when she becomes hooked. She's not dealing with a boy craving validation. She's facing a man whose validation must be earned. And the more she realizes this, the more she leans into you. Not because you chased her, but because you didn't. Silence turns into gravity, and gravity always pulls. Most men try to prove something. They fill every silence with words, trying to sound smart, trying to be funny, trying to keep her attention. But what they don't understand is, the more you try to prove your value, the more you reveal your insecurity. The Stoic man knows his worth. He doesn't need to speak to be seen. He is seen because he's still when others are loud. His silence says, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to be understood if you're capable. That single shift from seeking attention to commanding attention is what separates high-value men from the noise. She might not understand it right away, but something in her shifts. She finds herself leaning forward, wanting to know more, needing to figure you out. And the harder you are to read, the deeper she falls into your gravity. That is the power of silence used with intention. And everything shifts, not because they speak loud, not because they demand it, but because they embody something unshakable. Their energy isn't chaotic, it's anchored, grounded like a mountain in a storm. This is what most women crave, not noise, not validation, but a man who feels like home, calm, strong, unfazed by the world. And here's the secret. When you don't rush to fill silence, you force her to sit in it, to sit with you, to feel you. You become an experience, not just a conversation. She starts wondering, why is he so calm? What's he thinking? Why do I want to know so badly? And that curiosity, that itch she can't scratch, pulls her in deeper than any clever line ever could. The man who speaks less moves with purpose. He doesn't act to impress. He acts to express who he already is. That's what makes him different. He's not loud, but when he talks, people listen. Because when silence is your default, your words become valuable currency. Women pick up on this fast. They sense you're not the type to just fill time with empty talk. You're intentional, focused, and deeply rooted. She doesn't just see a man, she feels a presence, one that doesn't chase, one that doesn't beg, one that doesn't crack under pressure. And as twisted as it sounds, your emotional silence can scream louder than any compliment ever could. Because in a world full of men trying to be seen, you become unforgettable by mastering the power of being felt. She'll lie in bed thinking about you, not because of what you said, but because of what you didn't. She'll replay the silence, the look in your eyes, the feeling that you knew more than you were letting on. And that quiet tension, it drives her insane. Because mystery isn't built by showing everything. It's built by holding back, by being comfortable in the void where most men panic. So remember this, the man who's not afraid of silence is the one they can't forget. This is the Stoic path. Now tell me, have you ever met a woman who got more obsessed the less you said? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you're serious about becoming the man who doesn't just talk, but leaves an impression, subscribe. And remember, presence speaks louder than words.